Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Duskmourn draft here on the channel. Huge shout out to Wizards of the Coast for the free preview account in the early access event to let me get this recorded early. We're going to go pick by pick, play by play, talk through everything so you know what to do when you draft this format yourself. Okie doke, we have a special guest card, Collected Company. I don't think it's insane or anything, but it's a solid card that you can sometimes play if you have enough cheap creatures. I think you really need like 15, like 10 hits, which is kind of hard to do, but that makes sure you'll hit like at least one. And I don't know. It's not my favorite card. Split Up is an interesting one. You destroy all tapped creatures or all untapped creatures. It's kind of finicky, but I think you can probably make this one work just by like, oftentimes your opponent will attack you, and then on your turn you'll untap and be able to kill all tapped creatures if you're behind, which I think seems pretty good to me. Definitely worth trying out because it's one of those cards like once you draw it once, you'll be like, oh, this card's pretty good, or oh, this card's kind of hard to use. Undead Sprinter is a pretty nice card, but I don't really want to start off with just a black-red card that like is a little bit maybe narrow because it only fits into black-red. And then Defiant Survivor seems really good to me as well as like a 3-drop that kind of has to be stopped. And then there's Conductive Machete. There's a lot of uncommons in this pack. There's 4 uncommons and 6 commons. I'm going to take the Split Up, though. I really want to try this card out, see how it does. Ooh, and now there is a Waltz of Rage. So we're getting past another rare. This one also seems very good to me. I don't know if it would fit into the same deck as Split Up because Red-White maybe doesn't want 2 board sweepers. But this is pretty tempting to just take a card that can just like Highlander them. You just have one card that just fights everything. Or it doesn't fight, it just does damage equal to its power and can kind of kill everything. So you have like a big creature and it just takes everything out. And all of a sudden you're left with a big creature and they have nothing. Pretty good. Beastie Beatdown's good. Savior of the Small is pretty good. Plays, I don't know how it plays with Split Up. But like if you attack all out and then you play Split Up, you can kill all the untapped creatures maybe. Unsettling Twins is reasonable. I think the only real defensible picks are like Savior to go with Split Up and then Waltz of Rage. I don't think anything else is really that good enough to take. So I'm going to take the Waltz of Rage. If I wasn't taking that, I would take Savior of the Small, and then maybe I would look at taking Withering Torment or Beastie Beatdown or Unsettling Twins if I was to take a common maybe. I do like the Ragged Playmate a little bit, but not enough to take it here or even come close to. Okay. So the cool thing about this land is it's an enchantment land, so just keep that in mind. Like, oh, why would you ever play this? It's like, oh, so you can trigger Enchantment Matters cards a little bit easier. Like, for example, this card, you can sacrifice a creature or enchantment. In this case, you could sacrifice one of your lands. But in terms of red cards to go with Waltz of Rage, I'm not going to take a third pick Boiler Bilge's Ripper. I think you can get this card much later. In terms of white cards, there's an Unsettling Twins, which is reasonable. There's also Resurrected Cultist as a 3-drop. I kind of can do some stuff, I think, but I don't think it's worth third picking. This is a tricky pick. I think I'm going to take the Unsettling Twins, though. Goes with my Split Up and is just a really nice flexible card. Grand Entryway and Elegant Rotunda, I think it's only like really good in blue-white where you really care about having as many enchantments as possible. Commune with Evil is just a little inefficient as a 3-mana play that only gets you like 1 card, doesn't even get you card advantage. And it does fill your graveyard, but that's not as relevant. So yeah, I'm just going to take the Unsettling Twins. Now there is Shroud Stomper as a really nice like top-end card for a black-white deck. There is Terramorphic Expanse if I just wanted to go for graveyard stuff. There is a Most Valuable Slayer if I wanted to go red-white, though I'm not sure red-white is the play, even though I have this Waltz of Rage and this Split Up to maybe use. I could take Shroud Stomper. I think it's the highest upside card. Sometimes I like to think about a pack like, which card is the best if it works? And I think this card is the best if it works, and so I'm going to take it accordingly. The Terramorphic Expanse is fine. This card's fine. This card's okay. Vengeful Possession can also be one of the best cards if it works in a black-red deck, but I have more white cards than red cards, so that seems like a fine tiebreaker. And then this card's just okay. Kona. Using Kona to put a Shroud Stomper into play. They're like, wait, what? You're playing all these colors? That's crazy. There is Cynical Loner actually seems pretty interesting. If it survives combat, then you can put a Shroud Stomper right into your graveyard for maybe reanimation shenanigans. There's also Hand That Feeds, which I really like, but has been coming around relatively late in my packs. Kona is actually okay. I could see Kona being worth it. Also a baseball bat for like a green-white deck. I don't think Loner's very good. I'm just going to take Kona, I think. Can get you a huge mana advantage. Or even just a decent one. Or ramp you. Or I mean, there's a lot of times where putting an extra permanent into play can be pretty good. Machete. And then I hover over the baseball bat. Baseball bat to go with Kona. And I just saw a baseball bat. Machete is just a good card that's going to fit into any deck. Murder and like Dashing Bloodsucker. I don't think Murder is very good though. It's like Black's commons are not really inspiring, but this one's like fine, but you want to be heavier black than I am. I'm just going to take the baseball bat, I think. I just took a Kona. I already have a couple white cards. I could take Conductive Machete and it would be a little bit like safer, but I'm going to try the baseball bat. I kind of want to try it. I don't know if it's very good, but it's interesting. I think Painter's Studio is pretty good. Or at least reasonable. This card's okay. Horrid Vigor's okay. Could just take this. I'm trying to determine whether or not I want to like speculate into red or just take a card that's going to be solid in a green deck. I'm trying to determine paths forward where I end up in red. I guess there are definitely paths. I'll take a Machete now. Actually, I could take Hardened Escort. Machete's not actually crazy good. I think Hardened Escort's going to be better in a green-white deck, which is where I'm leaning towards playing. Now I get a Machete. There's so many Machetes going around. I've seen like 6 of them. I could have had like 5 Machetes. This is still reasonable. Wow, I wield Savior of the Small. That's kind of crazy. I don't think I'm going to wield the baseball bat, but I am feeling pretty good about my decision to maybe go into green-white. This was the only red card in the pack, and it wheeled. Break Down the Door seems like it could be okay. Though not crazy. I'll try it. I think the Shroud Stomper pick was fine, even though I'm not really going black-white. Same with the Waltz of Rage pick. I think second pick, you got to take the high power level cards. The melody was all in her head, but she'd always preferred to dance alone. That's kind of wild. Wow. Wield the Insidious Fungus. Horrid Vigor might actually be better in this sort of deck. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where this card would get used, and I think Vigor is just going to be better. Spirits. I'm going to take the Glimmerlight. I think I just want cards to buff my creatures here. Altanek, the Thrice Called. This doesn't seem like a green-white card, but it's pretty neat. It's just a 7-drop is so expensive. I kind of want to try the Sheltered by Ghosts just to see if it's any good. Like, if you end the game in a hurry after you play this, or this enables an attack from something like Savior of the Small, it could totally be worth it. I don't know. It seems like merits consideration. Let's try it. Beautiful. Getting a green-white gold card. I mean, I don't think this is going to be the best deck I've ever drafted, just based on how things are looking right now. But I've got some stuff. Kona can do some work. We got a few cards that care about being tapped, like this guy, and I guess now this storyteller. So we'll do our best. Sometimes you just got to be experimental. I know somebody else is probably drafting this strategy because there's a lot of like easy to draft cards in this deck. I mean, Glassworks and Scorching Dragonfire are both excellent. I expect red to be open in this pack because it was not open in pack 1. I bounced around a lot in pack 1. Okay, now I get to take a removal spell trapped in the screen. Feels bad to have to pass this card. This card is an absolute beating. Gets you a card back, then grows, and then becomes another creature, and he's huge, hopefully. I could be blue-white, I guess. But I didn't see a single blue card pack 1. So even if I get past a bunch of blue in pack 2, I don't think it can make up for it. Nice, I get the doll. Solid 2-drop. This card's great. This would be useful for me. If I was blue-white, that would be nice. But I'd rather have Seized from Slumber as a kill spell or the Centipede as just a nice creature. Don't have a lot of creatures. This is a creature, though, that doesn't count in the count. Same with that one. I'll take this Seized from Slumber. Kind of punished because I get another one here, but I'll still take it. I like that it can help you break serve, like if you're against another aggro deck. Perfect, a 2-drop aggro creature, just what I needed. I'm a little bit light on the aggro creatures at the moment. I'm trying to group things by stuff that helps me push through. Got my removals here, things that help me push through here. Random card split up. Nothing spectacular to look at there. It hits 1, 2, 3 cards for me. 4 cards. So it's not even like pretty that likely to hit something. I'll take Friendly Teddy. I just need extra 2-drops. I'll take the Cult Healer. I don't think my color pair is very open, especially from this direction. But I'm hoping I get enough stuff. Like, there's some red-white cards. I'm hoping I get just enough stuff to then make pack 3 decent. Remember, I did stay pretty flexible in pack 1. Okay. Well, I opened a really good black rare. Just a 5-mana 6/6 flyer. The demon looks kind of like a moose. That's funny. What am I even taking out of this pack? It's so bad for the green-white deck I'm drafting. I guess I could take this card or just take the demon and be like, well, maybe I can play black-white. I guess I'll do that. I mean, I don't want to, but... Now this is a card. Toby. Got plenty of cards to help push you through, Toby. Don't worry. I have a lot of 3-drops. And also attacking creatures getting a +1/+1 counter is really good for me. Nice little 2-drop for me. I don't think you should play Unwanted Remake. This card is just finicky if you cast it on your own stuff and just bad if you cast it on your opponent's stuff. Should I play this guy or should I play the Centipede? I think I'll just take Centipede. I have enough playables at least. It's just not a great deck. Which could mean it's really bad. Nice, another 2-drop. I mean, I've got a plan. Play a 2-drop, start hitting them, give it flying, buff it up, win the game. Just some of the cards do not play the best with that plan. I mean, they all kind of fit the same plan, which is nice, but I'm still worried. I think the combat trick will be useful. Over the Doge. Maybe Dog is better. I already have plenty of combat tricks. Or at least, not plenty, but at least enough. And more 2-drops are really essential. There's a Teddy. This guy wheeled. This card wheeled. Friendly Ghost is nice. Ethereal Armor looks bad. I don't have enough stuff to make it worth playing. Another Cautious Survivor. Okay, so building this deck, the first thing to consider, do I have any cards with Delirium? I don't think I do, which means I don't have to keep that in mind when building. Oh, I have this guy. That's one. Okay, I only have that guy, and that's not a big deal. So I'm going to cut I'm going to cut Break Down the Door. And I'm going to cut at least one Cautious Survivor. I'm going to cut Unsettling Twins. I don't think it fits my strategy. Even though I guess flipping into one of my guys could be okay. Kona's not particularly great. Probably worse than Cautious Survivor in this build. Gonna cut the Friendly Teddies. And I'm gonna cut a Plains because I only need 16 lands in this deck. Maybe I should cut a Forest instead. Machete doesn't seem like it does much for me. Seems worse than just a 4/4. I'm going to try it like this for now. I know I can equip machete around, but 4 to equip is a lot. We're going to build it like this for now, and we'll see how we do. I'm excited for the games. See you there. Before I get to the games, I want to give a huge shout out to all of the patrons who support my channel at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. If you have been enjoying my videos, finding them helpful, if they've been helping you have more fun playing Magic the Gathering, then becoming a Patreon supporter is the best way to help me make more videos going forward. You'll also gain access to some exclusive rewards like my card-by-card draft tier list for Duskmourn and also my format thoughts document for Duskmourn, where I write some detailed analysis to help you do better in your drafts. I want to give a special shout out to those who support at the credits level. It really does make a big difference. And I just want to thank everyone on the Patreon in general. It does really help the channel grow and thrive. Without further ado, let's get to the games. Welcome to round 1. We'll keep. This is kind of what I expect out of my deck. It's like a couple of mediocre creatures combining for hopefully a common purpose. Play this or escort? Play this guy, I guess. Okay. An attack here and use Frantic Strength, maybe. Or just play this and you save Frantic Strength. I'll do that. Because that way I don't get blown out by them having a 2-mana deal 3. Or that. This thing can't block this thing because it's a Glimmer. Okay. So they get to put a card in their graveyard. They presumably have at least one that they'd rather have in their graveyard. Or it's just a Delirium Enabler. Yeah, just a Delirium Enabler. I'm not doing enough to pressure them here. But this Frantic Strength, if it can be used on my last creature standing, could be good enough. And I have a Glimmer, which makes this guy worse. I'm a little bit worried about what they could have there. Do they have a combat trick? So now they have Delirium. Okay, that's what they had. So I'm going to gain back 2 life, which is nice. Ouch. Well, that's just ridiculous. I don't think that's a shameful way to lose, is them having 2 beastie beatdowns and just absolutely destroying me with those. Okie doke, another keeper. I also just realized that if I'd drawn Split the Party, I could have still won that game, just kill all their creatures. One-sided Wrath, so I did concede too early. I did actually have outs. I didn't think I had any, but I just remembered I did. My mind is a bit fried. I've been playing a lot of Magic today, so maybe it's okay that make a mistake here and there. Okay. I don't really want lands, no. Fully Sheltered by Ghosts is good here. They're a bit mana troubled here. Oh, I did this math way wrong. That was terrible. Oh my gosh. What am I doing? They get to play Fear of Being Hunted and I just lose. No, I don't, because of Seized from Slumber. Perfect. That's actually huge. This is going to be too good. Oh my gosh. What a win. Well, I got bailed out to a major degree there. Let's just say we clutched up. I may or may not have been bailed out by pure luck there. I now think I cannot possibly lose this game, but, you know, things happen. My gosh, I need to do a mental reset. I really was not able to focus at the moment. I've almost played too much Magic, I guess. Is that a possible thing? Some would say yes. I don't think Mono Red can kill an 8/7 Ward 2 for only 6 mana. Got it done. Nice. We're back. We're 1-1. Huge. Gosh. Focus up, Nikolai. We can win this. See you next round. Welcome to another round. This is a clear mulligan without both our colors. I am only going to play 5 rounds with this deck, win or lose, so that's just worth knowing. I got rid of the 3/3 because I think that this guy will attack better with Hardened Escort. Okay. The rat. All planes is not the best outcome. They can kill Toby. Okay, if I do draw a forest, I'm actually in okay shape here. Baseball bat onto the escort. Tap down their 4-1. They don't have enough power to take it down. Toby can attack. I guess this is Toby and this is the beast. Beastie Befriender. Wow, they're getting rid of their steel spell. I was all in on drawing the forest and we got there. Huge. I think this might be better than, like, getting my combat trick out while they're tapped out might be better. I could be wrong, though. This is almost back to resurrection. They don't have an enchantment yet. I guess I'll give them one. No blocks. Take 4. So I'm taking 7 every turn, and if their manifest guy isn't the thing. So I'm just dead next turn. I must say, I do not like this archetype very much. I think I don't have a very good version. I'm dead on board. I won the one game when I drew pretty well. I'm only going to play 5 rounds with this regardless of how it does, so only 2 rounds to go. It's a learning experience. I did mulligan that game. Didn't have my colors, but I think some of the picks that I made, in retrospect, I'm learning. Let's just talk about them. The baseball bat card just seems bad, having played with it one time. I'm not even putting this card in my deck because I don't have any big things to drop in with it. Maybe I should be playing the Unsettling Twins. Maybe I should be playing Machete, give myself some more staying power. Yeah, let's put in the Machete and the Twins. And take out Glimmerlight. I'll give the baseball bat one more chance. Take out Glimmerlight and take out Cold Healer. Well, being on the draw sucks. We're against maybe our best opponent of the day. This guy is a very good player. I don't actually mind being on the draw. It happens. Everyone has to be on the draw half the time. That's how Magic works. I just wish I wasn't on the draw in my matches ever. Because it'd be great to be in the play all the time. That's a good card. Blue-green, eh? I mean, my hand looks pretty good right now. This card does not line up well against that Glimmer token. Oh, okay, yeah, I'm going to kill that immediately. Cannot let the cards start flowing, because then it just draws a card every turn, pretty much, it feels like. Interesting. I'd love a land here. Good. So I'll use this to trade off with this guy, and then I'll get it back and play the Escort. Bear trap, okay. That's fair. So he has a counter spell. That's why he tapped like that. Savior of the Small could save me here. Unfortunate to lose my room. That card was going to be good for me. Put baseball bat onto this guy. Attack here. This will tap down their 3/4. I'll make him indestructible. Definitely kill their 4/2. Turn Escort. Play Escort. Play land. I don't know if he anticipated me getting back the Escort immediately. It's funny, if they use this to tap the Escort, I get the triggers still. If I'd drawn a land, I was going to equip this, attack, tap this guy maybe, so I can get my guy back. Hilarious. Block like this. This thing can flip over. Sure. Yeah, flyer seems pretty good here. He probably now knows that I have a card like that in my hand. Or would have gotten back the 3/1. Maybe I was supposed to double block the face down creature and then try to use Horde Vigor there. I've been trying to save it so I can deal with this 7/7 now. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 15. Being choked on green mana sucks, but I have to use my green mana here. I take 7, but they get another 3/3. Can't believe I just keep only drawing planes. It's so bad. I have a 4/4 that can block things. If I can just draw a forest, I think I'm going to be in good shape here. I can start moving the bat around, attack here, tap down this guy, get back my creatures that trade off. Okay. That was a quick choice. If I can draw a forest, I can play both my creatures and be stabilized, I think. And then start chipping in for 2 in the air. 3 in the air with my bat. So you can kill my artifact. And I'll take 4. Unless this thing flips into something crazy. I have no idea what this face down card is. But I'm a worried. They're going to get back their paranormal analyst, maybe? They did all that to get me down to 6. Okay. There's a forest. Don't need that. And I'll put this on this guy again. Gosh, the pressure is building on me, gotta be honest. I feel like I should be like ahead in this game. Attack with these three. I want to gain some life. Tap down their morph. Or this thing, just so I know what the morph is. Gosh. This is so stressful. I feel like the morph isn't anything. They like chose it over a land. Oh no. Okay. So if I attack with everything, tap down the 3/3. I'm going to gain a bunch of life if my guys survive. Yes! Oh my gosh. My goodness, that was a stressful game. Holy heck. The baseball bat was clutch there, though. Well, 2-2. I mean, at least we're going to get at least 5 games. We're going to make it the full 5 rounds. Gosh. My gosh. That was an intense battle. That was intense. That was like... I thought I was losing for so much of that. Like, if they had, like, a big card to flip over. But we managed to secure the win. Do I want any of these cards? Probably not. I think I've got an optimal configuration here with what I'm working with. Okie doke. We've got a great hand we're going to keep. We're playing against the World Championship competitor. I'm pretty sure that's what Magic WC stands for, because they let them into the event too so they can test for Worlds if they'd like. Focus up, Nikolai. This is your chance. Battle against the best. Ugh. We've got Toby. Cheerleader into Toby. If Cheerleader can get an attack in, being on the play is so huge. Like, if they don't have a good play here, and this guy can gain flying, and Toby can just attack freely. This could be it. Maybe. They might just manifest Dread at instant speed, or... Yeah, they had something. They had something. Gosh darn it. That's how it goes, though. You got to be able to swing or battle roll with the punches. They got rid of their artifact. That guy's insane. So they're playing black. They probably have a way to get that guy back at some point. Oh dear. So they get a land. Oh no, they get back the Swarm Weaver, of course, of course. Oh, this is so grim. This card is such an absolute beating. So they have sorcery, enchantment, artifact, lands. They have 4 types. This card is so good. I need to draw a land here. Ooh, not good enough. Because if I can kill this, I'm actually okay. I think I would have won if I'd drawn a land there. Because I kill their guy. Yeah, that's tough. Kill their guy. I mean, attack with everything. They block. I kill their guy. Still could be good if I draw a land here. Though this thing's also getting bigger now, so it's problematic. And if they found something to flip over, I basically lose. But, you know, you gotta swing for the fences here sometimes. Come on, deck. Give me that land. Like 50-50 almost. Got 5 lands here. 11 left. A little bit less than 50-50. I could also draw another removal spell for this guy. So it's pretty much a 50-50. Beautiful. Gosh, it would have been so good last turn, and now it's probably not good enough. Oh, that's tough. We're still in it. Wow. Now the fact that I've drawn all 4... just always choose something new to complain about. Now the fact that I've drawn all forests is the problem. Oh, baseball bat's going to clutch up for me here. Oh, baseball bat. Oh, baseball bat. Da, 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 da. I can tap their 5/5. Oh, baseball bat. Oh, baseball bat. Oh my gosh, are they dead? If I draw a land, they're dead. Attach it to Toby. Go to attacks. Tap this thing. They have to jump block. They go to 2. If I draw, that's why if I'd drawn a land, I would have killed them. They're still in rough shape though. They only have 2 cards in hand. Yes! We beat a world championship competitor! We went 3-2! I was so worried about this deck. I was like, oh no, we're 1-2. We can't possibly win. And then we battled against not only Kyle Rose, who was a Pro Tour champion back in the early 2000s, I think. Maybe late 90s even. But he's a Pro Tour champion, the guy that we beat in the last round. And then we just played a world championship competitor and defeated them. Oh my gosh, our green-white deck. I doubted it. I doubted the baseball bat. Remember when I said baseball bat isn't very good? And then baseball bat absolutely carried us. I just need to double check. We did go 3-2, right? Yes, we did. 3-2. with the baseball bat. Honestly, looked pretty good there. We just played a bunch of big guys. They killed our cheerleader, and then we just like didn't even have the right colors. We drew five of our 6 forests, but it didn't even, we know, or 4 of our 7 forests. I mean, I don't know, where did I get 6? But yeah, of our lands, a bunch of them were forests, but we still got there. The baseball bat clutched up. Just having giant cautious survivors was huge. The machete was pretty nice. Honestly, a lot of our cards performed. Toby was really good that last game. Going 3-2 is awesome. Let's go. I was doubting this deck, and then it just came through in the clutch when I needed it to most. That feels awesome. If you made it to the end of this video, leave hashtag survival, because this was definitely a survival deck, and it feels like I survived this draft. Or you could leave hashtag baseball bat. But the bat was the card that I definitely called into question. I was like, man, baseball bat is looking terrible. And then it was just like so good 2 rounds in a row. Oh my gosh, what an achievement. Let's go. Thanks again to Wizards of the Coast for the free preview account to let me play in this event early to get this recorded. Split up, didn't even draw it a single time, but it was not needed. We got 3-2, feels good. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you next time.